Man, you are wiping the board with me.
Well, you know it happens every now and then. So go ahead, man. It's your turn.
The swing for 5 on Rock's Charger.
God. You're killing me here. You're killing me.
You're killing me.
Oh, well, I'll just take the damage. So it's my turn, right?
You can afford it. Go.
I know. Well, I hate to do this to you, man, but I'm going to swing with these. Oh, shit. Almost forgot to draw my card.
Alright, I'm going to have to lock here, then I'm going to tap 3, play a winged Codal, and that should give me enough blockers.
Hey, who are you talking to?
Schizophrenia is a mental disorder that makes it difficult to tell the difference between real and unreal experiences. To think logically, to have normal emotional responses, and to behave normally in social situations. Schizophrenia may have a variety of symptoms, though usually the illness develops slowly over the course of months or even years. At first, the symptoms may not even be noticeable. For example, you may feel tense or have trouble sleeping or concentrating. You can become isolated and withdrawn and have trouble making or keeping friends. As the illness continues, psychotic symptoms start to develop. An appearance or mood that shows no emotion, the Brutus effect. Bizarre motor behavior in which there is less reaction to the environment, catatonic if you will. False beliefs or thoughts that have nothing to do with reality, delusions if you will. And you're hearing, seeing, or feeling things that may not be there, combined with thoughts that jump between unrelated topics, combined to give you a very disoriented view of the world, and even one that may be completely false. Paranoia is a thought process heavily influenced by excessive anxiety or fear, often to the point of irrationality and delusion. Paranoid thinking typically includes beliefs concerning a perceived threat towards oneself. Historically, this characterization was used to describe any delusional state. Sometimes in common usage, however, the term paranoia is misused to describe a phobia. For example, a person may not want to go flying on a plane because they fear the plane may crash. This does not in itself indicate paranoia, but rather a phobia. The lack of blame in this case usually points to the latter. An example of paranoia, however, would be fear that while watching an American football game, the team huddle was talking about the person affected, the paranoid guy. An important feature of paranoid thinking is its centrality, that the paranoid person perceives himself as a central figure in the experienced scenario, which may be either dangerous or self-exalting, and interprets events which have no reference to them as in reality directed at or about them.
bulimia nervosa is commonly seen as a female condition. However, a substantial portion of the patients with bulimia nervosa are males. They follow a similar cycle of binging followed by purging that the females do, and are just as likely to use laxatives, but they're less likely to purge themselves with vomiting and more likely to use excessive exercising. They experience a sense of lack of control in their eating habits, and so they follow it up with strict control in regards to their exercise.
What we have here is an example of a classic male bulimic who has eaten way too many Cinnabons. He rushes and begins to run.
Time. Not that much ham. A little bit less ham. Or that's just you coughing.
You may be wondering who is likely to get depression. There are an estimated 33 to 35 million Americans every year who have depression or will start to contract symptoms sometime. Although there is no single cause of depression, there are a number of factors which may increase your likelihood that instances of depression occur almost twice as often as in women as they do in men, which can be explained by the wider emotional spectrum of women. The fact is, depression is not a personal weakness, yet a genuine mental disorder. And it cannot be wished or willed away, but it can be successfully treated if you're willing to be up to it. Anxiety. About situations or times they feel anxiety. No, I'm rambling.
You need those?
What?
No.
Trying to figure out a way to word it while I'm not rambling. I don't like my voice either. People with agoraphobia have a fear of these situations because they believe that they may lose bowel control or control of their bladder in these situations. Sometimes they fear that they will choke in front of other people and these people will laugh at them. And because of this, they avoid situations with lots of people or simply new situations and new people. 200% more women are affected with agoraphobia than men, which says something to how nervous women get, and that there's just more women on the planet than Earth. So these statistics may be a little bit off. Agoraphobia tends to set in the mid to late 20s, about the time the person starts going to college, leaving their hometown, and generally going into these said new situations. However, even though 200% more of the affectees, if you will, are women, less than 1% of the total population have agoraphobia. So,